ACTS began about 1989. We received our determination letter from the IRS for our tax-exempt status, or 501c3. And it was because a group of churches here in Vance County came together and realized that there was a food need and decided to try to do something about that. First Baptist Church was very instrumental in beginning that, and some of the other larger area downtown churches. As executive director here at ACTS, and I've been here about almost 2 years, I wear a lot of hats. At any point, I may be helping our cook in the kitchen if we don't have volunteers that come in to do that. I may be fielding someone that comes in with questions about where they can find housing or assistance with bills or things like that. We don't help with things like that, but we try to be as up on all that information as we can for others. We do have a soup kitchen. We serve anywhere, according to the time of the year, anywhere from 50 to 100 people every day, Monday through Friday, for a lunch meal. We do Meals on Wheels, and that's where we take plates out to folks that aren't able to make it up here to eat. We have a food pantry, and with the food pantry, we give out allotments of food to folks every 90 days if they have an emergency need. And we also participate in a program called Backpack Buddies, and that entails sending packages of food to one of the local elementary schools for children that may not have enough to eat over the weekend. So we try to cover a lot of the food needs that we have in our community. I think it's important to give back to the community, especially those of us that have been blessed maybe more than others, whether it's monetarily or just in any number of ways. Of course, the Bible tells us to do that. We're a Christian organization, and the Bible speaks to taking care of people that aren't able to help themselves. A lot of people ask where our food comes from, where the money comes from. Since we are a nonprofit, we don't receive funding from the city or county or anything like that. Area churches have food drives periodically for us. We have school groups, a lot of school groups. They almost do challenges between grades as to how many canned goods they can get, and bring up here. Individuals also donate. Organizations like some of the women's groups, Girl Scouts have come and donated things. They come from a number of different sources. Our main food source, as far as what we use to cook lunch for folks and all that, is one of the grocery stores, Food Lion on Garnet Street. I don't like to brag, but I think we do probably have very good food here for a soup kitchen. I've actually talked to some others that have gone to other soup kitchens to help and volunteer and things like that, and the word on the street is our food here is pretty good. So I'm not biased or anything, but the majority of our food is homemade here. If you're wondering how you can help us here at ACTS, there are a number of different ways. First of all is just praying for us. There's a lot of needs that we have in our community, and our clients are generally struggling with a lot of issues. So prayer, we could always use prayer for our ministry here. We could also use monetary donations. As I mentioned, we're moving to a new building, and so some renovations have to be done. The building's been procured and all of that. We've started the process, but we need to raise a little bit more money, and so of course money would be certainly something you could do to help us out. You can just mail it to us. We don't have any fancy online payment systems at this point, but you can do the old check in the mail. You can bring money by here to our location. You can donate food as well, any kind of canned goods or boxed or packaged things like that, things that we can put in the food boxes. That would be something that will be a big help to us as well, because it takes, like I've mentioned before, it takes a lot of resources to be able to make this place run, and certainly volunteering. We are almost completely volunteer run. Myself and our cook Samantha are the only two paid employees, And I've already mentioned, how much we're able to do, and a lot of that is because of our volunteers. Anybody, older middle school age and up, we'd be glad to have them come and help us here.